Hey everybody, it's Mark from Circle the Dark Mother. Today we're going to talk about the question, are Gnosticism and Kabbalah compatible? So first, Gnosticism. Most scholars will tell you that Gnosticism is a Christian belief system from the 2nd to 3rd centuries BCE. This is partially true. The issue is that Gnosticism is not limited to Christianity or that time period. Gnosis is a Greek word meaning knowledge, and more specifically, inner or experiential knowledge. Gnostics are all about experiencing their belief and reaching enlightenment, just like many Eastern traditions. Really, any tradition that seeks experience instead of only faith is Gnostic. Classical Gnosticism covers a period from around the 1st century BCE through the 4th century CE, including Jewish, Christian, and pagan teachings. It is impossible to pin down exactly what Gnostics believe because their spirituality covers such an array of peoples, traditions, and cultures. Generally, though, Gnostics believe in seeking a path to enlightenment through study, meditation, wild knowledge, and other practices. The divine feminine tends to be very important to Gnostics, with Greek Gnostics referencing Sophia, which means wisdom, who is a form of Mother God. She has other names in other Gnostic schools, such as Barbelo, Shekinah, Ashera, etc. Gnostics can come in dual or non-dual varieties, but in both cases, we are seeking to free ourselves from the binds of reincarnation so that we have true choice. Kabbalah. Kabbalah is best known in Jewish tradition and is often used by many ritual magic traditions, such as Golden Dawn and Thelema. In addition, pop stars like Madonna have brought Kabbalah into the public eye. However, the word Kabbalah actually means tradition or giving. Once, under, Once one understands Kabbalistic teachings, it becomes clear that Kabbalah is a system of understanding the universe, deity, consciousness, and even oneself. It's extremely flexible and can work with literally any paradigm. So it does not have to be used just with Judaism or Christianity. You will hear it said that Kabbalah was created in the 14th century Spain, and that's not true. The Sefer Zohar, Book of Splendor, a Kabbalistic source work, was written down in 14th century Spain and birthed modern Kabbalah, but the roots of Kabbalah are much older. The Sefer Behir, Book of Illumination, and Sefer Yetzirah, Book of Formation, were both written prior to the 1st century CE. Additionally, Kabbalah is brought over from Mesopotamian Ladder of Lights when the Jewish leaders were in exile in Babylon. Kabbalah features many aspects of God, including the divine feminine. Gnosticism and Kabbalah. Kabbalah and traditional Gnosticism are very easy to combine because they contain the same ideas in two different cultures and languages. Kabbalah is, of course, Jewish and Hebrew, where traditional Gnosticism is typically from Greek and Asia Minor, written in Greek and Coptic. Both traditions are about enlightenment and liberation. Both are very heavy on the divine feminine, and both see the world through a similar lens of a series of spiritual experiences. You will hear that Gnostics believe that the God of the Old Testament is demiurge or false creator, sort of their idea of the devil, and that the God of the New Testament is the good God. That's not true. It is true that some dualistic Gnostic groups from Asia Minor did believe this, but most Gnostics believe that the God of the Old Testament or the New Testament can go either way. They can either be demiurge or true God of good. It depends on the context. Some of the myths reference the true Father deity, but others are people making God in their own image. When we create judgment, we create what we want God to look like. And that is fundamentally demiurge. The tradition I come from believes that demiurge is the collective unconsciousness of human ignorance, judgment, and fear. Other connections. Other similarities between Kabbalah and traditional Gnosticism is that there are 5 primary aspects of deity. The God beyond all, Ein in Kabbalah, meaning the no thing, and the monad in Gnosticism. There's the Father, Abba or Yahweh, which is the sphere of Chokmah in Kabbalah, and the Father of all in Gnosticism. Mother, the upper Shekinah or Elohim at the sphere of Bina in Kabbalah, and the uncreated Sophia in Gnosticism. The son, Ben, at the sphere of Tiferet in Kabbalah, and Logos word in Gnosticism, and the daughter, lower Shekinah, Kala, meaning bride, in the sphere of Malkut in Kabbalah, and the created Sophia in Gnosticism. You can also see with the mother, like Barbello as the mother and Zoe as the daughter. With practice, one can read Kabbalistic and Gnostic texts and see their similarities with only different imagery and language. Because both traditions are about the path to enlightenment, teachings are completely compatible once you get past the differences in symbolism and some of the language differences, since the root of Kabbalah is Hebrew and the root of Gnosticism tends to be Greek, sometimes Coptic. But really, they're just languages. It's not the concepts. I've been practicing both Kabbalah and Gnosticism for over 25 years and work with them seamlessly. I consider myself a Gnostic Kabbalist, among other things. Hard to pin down because when you're Gnostic, you can really incorporate almost anything. So it is possible, and I recommend it, in fact. Thank you. Take care.